Okay, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all our viewers from around the world. This is episode 2 of the WAEV Interviews, and today's very special guest joining us live from Flex FM studio is Chloe Mykel. How are you, Chloe?
Hi. I'm really good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for joining us today. I appreciate that.
No, thank you for having me. I'm excited.
How have you been? What have you been up to?
Good, just busy. Like, obviously, this has been a weird year, but I've just kind of kept it moving and just utilized it as best as I can, to be honest. So yeah, just busy doing stuff. Radio is really good and has been like my savior this year. I don't know what I would have done without doing my show. It's like the highlight of my week,
Yeah,
literally.
that's,
So yeah, just keeping busy.
that's good. Yeah, because I was going to say, like, looking through your stuff, I was like, lockdown situation has not affected your work
Hmm.
ethic. You've just like kept on killing it. You got a lot on the go for part of the Flex FM. Just asked you
Hmm.
to host your radio show on a weekly basis now, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah.
So
So that was really good. And
congrats.
I feel like that came, thank you. I feel like that came at the right time because, yeah, I think, when did it happen? It was after lockdown, but it was still very much like in the thick of it. But radio stations were allowed to be back open again. And then, yeah, I was literally monthly. And then they just had like a jiggle around, I think, with like the schedule and stuff. And they were like, "Do you want to do every other week?" And I was like, "Yes." Like, get me out the house and like get me doing stuff again. And then they offered me a weekly show as well. And I was proper excited.
That's sweet. People need to check it out. I tuned into the last one that you did, and it was really dope. So
Ah, thank you.
for those that haven't tuned in yet, what can they expect from tuning into your show?
What can you expect from my show? I like to talk, but I like also my show is very much like I'd like to say it's kind of like a taste making kind of show. I would, even though it's a daytime show, I wouldn't say it's like a commercial show. Like, I really try and pick like obscure songs, or I really try and push like a lot of emerging artists and a lot of like upcoming artists. And yeah, that's what my show is all about. It's called the CMX Show because it's literally a mix of everything. Like, I literally play a bit of everything. I probably say it's mostly like urban, like hip hop, rap, R&B, but I love house, I love reggae, I love like dance, like Afro beats. Like, there's literally a little bit of everything. So
It's all
yeah, that's
about the
what you can
good
expect.
vibes.
Yeah, it's just literally about the vibes, and I have guests. Normally every week I have a guest, and we play games. It's just fun. Like, my show is just fun. It's fun with good music.
Yeah, and I was gonna say one thing that like stood out to me is like you put emphasis on being able to put UK artists on the map, giving them exposure. How much importance do you think you put on that personally?
Yeah, it's something that's very important to me, and I'm just such a champion of UK music. Like, I feel like we're in a position where it's not never been, but for a very long time, I feel like it hasn't been this kind of strong, and there's so much talent out there, and especially within like the urban scene. Like, we've got genres now like drill that wasn't even didn't even exist like a few years ago, and it's just making waves. Like, everyone knows about it. Like, it's gone global. There's Australian drill artists, and we had people like Pop Smoke, rest in peace. Like, just absolutely just championing that genre, and it's just such an exciting for me. It's such an exciting like scene to be a part of, and I'm so passionate about it. And another thing is also females. So like female artists, especially, like, I feel like they just don't get enough love. They don't get enough respect. Like, this is a topic that I could
Yeah,
go way deep into, but that's really big for me as well. Just really pushing female talent and making sure I give females a platform. I've been making sure that I'm having like every other week now. I'm having like a female guest one week and then a male guest the next week, because I just feel like there's not enough equality in the industry in general, not just in radio, but just in every aspect. So they're the two most important things: UK music, definitely, and also females.
yeah, I agree because you look at this year, one artist that's been on play like every other day is a Jeremy and she needs more shine in my opinion. So hopefully, like next year,
100%.
She needs to get the recognition on a broader scale for sure. But obviously, she's already doing big moves. But she's one artist that, to me, I'm like, yeah, she's got it. Just gonna say, and other females like you mentioned, like Muna from Columbia Records doing it, like the different side of the music industry. Obviously, like Henrie from like the WAEV talks. To me, from the outsider's perspective, just looking at who's really like pushing the UK in all different directions, I would say, to me, I've noticed it's a lot of the females. So you're right, they need that recognition.
Definitely.
And yourself, obviously.
Yeah. But you know what it is? I think it's such an exciting time because 2020 has been so crazy for so many reasons, but I really do feel like it's been the year where a lot of things have been like pushed to the surface, and like we're having conversations that have needed to be had for a very long time. And some of those conversations haven't been comfortable conversations or not nice conversations to have, but necessary conversations. And obviously, you know, there's been a lot of talk around, you know, just how women are treated and how we feel very unsafe in a lot of spaces within the music industry, and just so many things. And I don't feel how I did about it. I feel like now that it's being unearthed, I almost feel like positive about it now, because I feel like, okay, cool, change can now come because it's being acknowledged. Like, you can't change something unless it's, you know, you've acknowledged that it needs to change. So I really feel like it is an exciting time. And like you say, you look at some of these artists and presenters and just women who I think people are just paying more attention to, and just saying, like, do you know what? Like, she's a female, but she can do the exact same job as a man, if not better. Like, do you know what I mean? And I think people are just really just kind of it's about making a conscious effort to put women like on. And I think that's what people don't realize. It's like, it's all well and good, you know, like supporting, but are you really supporting? Like, are you actually like pushing women? Because we don't get the same love, like we just don't. So that's what I'm all about.
I feel you on that one. And when I was looking at your blog space, it's a lot of it is to do with the positivity and trying to uplift people. So you can feel that that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to bring that.
That's literally what I say. I always say, sending me positivity, because I feel like we just need it, especially after this year. Like, it's just mad. Definitely. Let's not even get into it.
yeah. We'll just move on from the COVID situation.
We'll move on from that.
Yeah, we've talked about it all year. So, like, in terms of, I've always been interested personally in knowing how a presenter or a host runs their show on radio. So, in terms of creative control, which I think is important, do you get full creative control over your own show, or are there certain requirements that your show needs to have every week?
Yeah, do you know what? I have to just big up Flex, because I came in, like, I sent them my like, I did like a show reel, so I sent them like clips of me like doing various presenting things and whatever, and they loved it. So they kind of was just on board, like they just liked me in general, I think. They must have done. But yeah, like I was just expecting them maybe to say like, okay, we want your show to have this or that. They literally just let me do whatever I want. Like, I could do anything on my show, and they were just like, look, just bring your like personality to it, like just do your thing, like we think you're funny, like you're different. Like, I feel like on Flex, like obviously there are females on here, but no one really plays like the kind of genre of music I play. And yeah, I have to just big up Flex, because they just let me do whatever I want. Obviously, you know, like my aim is to make a good show every week. So I put a lot of time and a lot of effort into my show, even down to the guests. Like, everything's planned by me. I reach out to all my guests myself, and just off the back of if I have a relationship with them anyway, or if I have a relationship with their management, I can play whatever I want. I could play like country music, I could play heavy metal, like, because I said to them, I was like, look, I don't want any restrictions. Like, my show's called the CMX Show because I want it to be a mix of, like, if I'm in the mood to play, like I say, reggae one day or whatever, like, I want to play it. And they were like, yeah, do your thing. So yeah.
I love that, because you know, they've given you like an opportunity to be able to express yourself, and now you've taken that opportunity and you've provided that for up and coming artists too.
Yeah,
You allow them to get their songs played on your show as well, which is a massive privilege. So for those
yeah.
up and coming artists, if they want a chance to have their song played on your show, what do they need to do?
So the best way to just contact me in general is through email, because I can just keep track of it a lot better. Instagram DMs is a myth. Like, it's a myth. Like, I'm so bad at replying on there. Like, not even on purpose, but the messages just get missed. But with my emails, like, I read every email, I open every email, and I listen to everything. So yeah, email me info@chloemykel.com. If you follow me on Instagram, if you don't follow me, at Coco Mykel, and there is like a button on there, so it's just like an email button, and you can just click it, and it just brings up the email, and you can just send me. Yeah, all clean radio edits. I can't play anything explicit because it's a daytime show. But yeah, that's the best way to reach me. Like I say, I listen to everything, but I can't always reply to everyone. If I'm gonna play it, I will try and reply and say like, hey, it's been added to my playlist or whatever. But I'll always tag you. So if I do play your song, I do like a track list every Wednesday on my Instagram and Twitter. I post like the full track list. So every song I've played, I will always credit every artist. And I'll find your socials and I'll tag you. So yeah.
That's sweet. I like that. And for those artists that don't have anyone to make their clean versions for them, they can always hit me up, and I'm happy to help with that as well.
Get at him. That's
I'll
good.
drop
Plug yourself.
we'll drop all those links in the description and stuff, so you can find that below as well. So on a personal level, then obviously you've been in the industry now. Have there been any hurdles that you've had to really overcome to get to the point that you are at now, or have you been quite looked after by the people you've come in contact with?
Do you know what? It's a very fun industry, but it's also very hard. It's staying consistent and not letting kind of what other people are doing affect you. That can be a big one in this industry, because there are so many people killing it. Like, so many people out there killing it. And if you're just getting into it, or maybe you've been in it, you know, you've been in the industry for years or whatever, and things just haven't like properly popped off for you or whatever it is, like, and things haven't popped off for me. Like, I'm trying to be up here. So but I think it's staying humble and just knowing that it's all part of your journey and just enjoying it. Like, music is like my life. Literally,
Yeah,
like, yeah,
yeah,
you can
and
probably, I know you relate because you're so passionate about it as well. And it shows, like, it shows through what you do. Like, your platform is sick, like, and what you're doing is so sick. And I feel like you can only really create things like that when it comes from a place of passion.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that's why you're like a person to admire, because not only have you had to look after your own career, but you've also delved into the music management side of things as well. So tell us a little bit about the artists that are on your roster.
Yeah, so at the moment, I have one artist I'm managing. His name is Olami Still. Obviously, I'm biased, but he's sick. He's one of the most talented people I've come across ever. He just, the way his brain works, everything. He's just such a diverse artist, and I just really can't wait for the day when he's like a household name. I've just always said that to him. And I said, like, you're just gonna be like a Stormzy or like someone like that. Like, you're gonna hear his name and everyone's like, yeah, let me, like, I know him. Do you know what I mean? So it's just timing. But go check him out at Olami Still on Instagram and Twitter. He just released a single actually called Local a few weeks ago, which did really well. It's been played on a lot of like big stations and stuff like that. And yeah, it's fun. Like, it's a lot of work, and obviously when you have like so many other, like, I have so many other things I'm doing, I'm the worst. I'll just take on everything. Like, if there's something I feel like doing, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll try that. I'll do that. So I have to really be careful with my time and like split my time appropriately to make sure I get everything done. But
Yeah,
yeah, it's fun. Like I say, if you have a passion for something, then it's not really like work. And I definitely say with an artist, you, number one, you just have to get on with the person. Like, music aside, like, you're kind of responsible for this person's life, like their career. Like, so if you don't really get on with them, then forget it. So yeah, it helps that we really get along, and we're like really good friends anyway. But yeah, he's the only one right now. I have been looking for some other artists because I'm going to be working in conjunction with Bouncer. So if anyone doesn't know who he is kind of affiliated with Play Dirty, Krept and Conan, and he is an amazing music manager and like events manager, and just all round like genius. In my head, he's just a genius, like marketing, everything. He just knows how to market things. So I've been working with him at the moment to manage some other artists. He started like a music management company called Select Music Management, and yeah, I'll give you the app. You can put that down below in the description. Go follow on Instagram, and if you're an artist and you want to get a manager or you're looking for management, like yeah, like I say, we are looking for people and like new talent and stuff.
Because I think it's interesting because it seems like with social media and stuff, we hear a lot of we see a lot more of those that are managing and those that are A&Ring for different people. So for you, as you would say that you are the artist manager, do you find that there's a lot of difference between the two roles, or is that blurred? Or
for me, I feel like an A&R is someone who sees the potential and then will work with the artist to say, okay, how can we maximize you as an artist? Like an A&R is someone who has the kind of innovative knowledge to be like, okay, you're making this kind of music now, but why don't we try a little bit of this vibe? Or like it's more about like the actual artist, whereas I feel like a manager is almost more of like a not a day-to-day, but it's kind of a bit more broad. Like you're kind of doing a bit of everything. Like sometimes I say to Olami, like, am I your mum? Because I feel like I am sometimes.
but that shows the
get what I
closeness.
mean?
That shows how well the working relationship is. The indication of that for
Yeah,
sure.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you would kind of also understand the artist side because you've had a taste of being an artist too, didn't you? Secondary school, you're in a girl band, weren't you?
Oh my god, how did you know this?
I got connect.
I'm actually so shook. Wow. Do you know what? I was in a band. I also, as well, my mum brought this up the other day. When I was 7, I wrote a song. So obviously, it's like thinking back to it now, it's so crazy that I was 7 years old and I wrote a song about this. But obviously, 9/11, I was 7 and it happened. And I remember I came home from school and my dad had it on the TV, and I just came home and I was just watching it and I was like, what is going on? Like it really like done something to me up here. Like I couldn't get my head around why it happened or like what was happening. Or as a 7-year-old, I was just like, how could people do this? Like it's just awful. So I wrote a song called Why. And my dad helped me record it. I need to dig it out. My mum's literally begging me to play it on my show. So if I play it on my show, I'll hit you up so that you can listen to it. But I'm pretty sure I wrote a whole album at one point. Obviously, it's never seen the light of day.
You never
it
know.
Never got recorded.
With the right A&R managers.
I would love to know where those notebooks are. They've got to be somewhere. My mum's the kind of person as well. She keeps everything, so she's probably kept them somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are going to be.
Yeah, I was in a that.
Yeah. People are going to want to hear that.
Yeah, people are going to be like, drop that fire, Chloe. I'll be like, no, you guys aren't ready. I would just kill the scene completely, like. But yeah, the girl band thing. I was in a girl band, at school. What age was I? God, I must have been maybe like between the ages of maybe like 13 and like 15, maybe. I'm still friends with all of them now. And we do look back and laugh at it from time to time because we were just awful. But yeah, I play guitar. Like I can play the guitar, and I had like keyboard lessons for like a few years at school and stuff. I'm not like now. I would not even. I could probably just about like play a tune. Like I've not played for years, but yeah, I used to play guitar. I could play the bass guitar as well, and keyboard, piano.
We spoke earlier about all the females that, well, some of them just a few of them that
Mm-hmm.
that are really taking the UK into a special kind of place. So for you personally, is there anybody else that you would like, female or male, that you think have really, that you want to give a shout out to?
God, there's so many. Okay, one who's just come onto my radar really recently is an artist called Diana Drill. Um, Obviously she does kind of like drill-esque style music, but she's just cold. Like she sings and she raps. Just, you know, when someone just has like that kind of like aura about them, like yeah, she's just gonna blow. Like I just know she's gonna blow. She's really sick. An artist called Tia Karis. I don't know if you've heard of her. She's like a singer and she raps as well. She's sick. She's actually coming on my show next week. I don't know when this is going to go out, but yeah, in this time, in real time, it's going to be next week. So if it's out by then obviously we can just leave a link below or something if anyone wants to listen. So that's cool. She's really sick.
So shout out to all the artists putting out amazing stuff right now.
100%.
And we'll also have to give a shout out to Ebenezer. Good old
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Let's talk about this. Right. So you start, because this literally made my day.
So on Twitter, I seen this name, Ebenezer, and I thought it was UK R&B artist Ebenezer. So I was like, oh sweet, like follow back. And then I was just like scrolling through, and then I realized, oh, it's not that Ebenezer. But then it's like, oh, this guy's doing super dope stuff. Like he's just like reviewing, and he's just like just sending out good vibes. And then we followed each other back and stuff. And then he hit me up and he checked my platform out, and he was like, yeah, I love the platform. And it's just like he's brought like such a positive energy to the Twitter scene. It's like everybody on the underground vibe knows who he is. Ebenezer, Ebs, the Twitter guy, man, like the review guy. Like he's brought so many people together, and it's just his vibes have definitely been infectious, and I'm sure like people just love his energy. So then I was talking to him about like a little business venture, and then he said, oh, maybe my girl Chloe will be interested, and then that's when he put me in touch with you, and then that's how we set this one up today.
Yeah, which I just love. Like, and I have to say that shout out to Ebenezer for like recommending me, and yeah, telling you about me, because yeah, he's just. Do you know where it is? And the funny thing is, why I was laughing so much is because we literally found him the exact same way. So he didn't follow me. I was basically looking for Ebenezer on Twitter, and then I found Ebenezer, and I thought, oh, like he seems like he's on my wave. So I literally followed him. He followed me back, and then I can't even remember how we got onto it. I really can't remember, but we started like DMing and stuff. And then we were talking about music, obviously. And then I was like, oh, like, I'm trying to find that. I'm always just looking for new music. Like, and he was like, I'm going to make you a playlist. He was like, this is just all the stuff that I think you'll like, just based off of like things that we've spoke about. Yeah, but shout out to Ebenezer, honestly. Like, and if you don't follow him, like, put his somewhere, like, put it somewhere. Follow this guy. Like, if you like music in any capacity, just follow him.
Yeah, shout out to him. Yeah, it looks like you're gonna have a big 2021. I think that's what everybody's looking forward to. So just thank you for joining us today, Chloe. We really appreciate it. It's been a great conversation, and it's been great to share that information when people are in the industry and they're happy to share their knowledge. Especially the young kids, they need to hear it from people like us, don't they?
100%. And thank you so much, like, for even asking me to come on and chat. Like, I can talk forever. But honestly, as well, big shout out to you. Like, definitely, like, people need to just be rating what you're doing and just keeping an eye on what you're doing, because I feel like we just need people like you. Like you remind me of Ebenezer in that sense. I feel like your passion and just the fact that I can tell you're just doing it from a place of like, I love this, like this is like what I want to do, and all the things you're doing are sick. So yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to seeing what you're doing in 2021.
I appreciate that, and I'm sure we'll work together in the future as well. So thanks for joining. It's been a privilege. You take care of yourself.
Thank you.
I will catch you soon.
You too.
Peace.
Bye, guys.